Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Carroll Catholic head football coach Will Mara. Powered by the Cavalier Shop. Visit JohnCarrollCavaliers.com for all of your Cavs gear. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
We're in the brand new field house for Carroll Catholic High School. Welcome in, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Tell us about this new facility. I know it's still kind of under construction. Look, things going on around here. We're sitting in this large meeting room that you have. Tell us what we can expect going forward.
Yes, sir. So this used to be the weight room, and it's transformed. The whole field house has transformed. This is now a multi-purpose meeting room.
Yes.
There's new coaches' offices, conference rooms, locker rooms got expanded, both boys and girls, and new storage, kind of the high-density storage to be a little bit more efficient, new laundry systems.
Fantastic.
And then, so that was the current field house getting completely renovated. And then they will be adding a 10,000 square foot weight room with nutrition bar and top of the line training room. And it's all moved fast, but it's all great stuff. And then we're blessed and excited to have it.
Sounds state of the art,
Yes,
Coach.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Good deal. So in the past 2 weeks, you've had a couple of games. Let's go through them real quick. The first one was the Battle of Lakeshore against Homewood. Tough loss starting off the season. They bested you 51-7. Tell us about that game.
Yeah, Homewood's excellent opponent. I mean, they're very competitive. They're very senior heavy.
Right.
They've got an absolute stud at quarterback, and I expect them to go make a run this year.
Right.
It was definitely tough opponent, and obviously for us getting into the speed of the game at the beginning of the year, that's definitely a different level, and but that's why we play it. That's why we play a team like that, so that we can see where we are, and see what we need to work on, and so tough opponent, but that's why we play it.
Well, speaking of where you are and what you need to work on, what lessons came out of the game that you and the team can?
Yeah, we saw some good things, but most of all, we saw that our group works together, and that it didn't matter what the score was; they were going to keep fighting for all 4 quarters, and that was something that we can build off of. Yeah. So coming out of that week and being able to build off that, and then going into a good week of practice and getting ready for area play now, that's what we were able to learn coming out of the Homewood game.
Sure. Okay, good. So your second game was closer, still a loss. St. Michael's came up here and from the coast and bested you 49-28. What took place in that game?
Once again, they've got fantastic athletes. They're coached very well.
Right.
They're very explosive. And we made a couple costly mistakes that we know we cannot make those. And we had some good drives and then had a few just mishaps here and there. And that's something that we got to learn from. And especially with a team like St. Michael's, you can't give them the ball and give them the momentum. They're already coming in playing with a load of confidence.
Sure.
That's a semifinal team. And we've got to know that we've got to be consistency with our execution, and that's every day in practice. And if one little thing gets away from us, it can start snowballing. We got to make sure we prevent that.
And they kind of have a big time quarterback also,
yes,
right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
For sure. Any injuries come out of the last 2 weeks?
No, sir.
Oh, fantastic.
So
well, that's good.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. What did you see that you can build on going forward?
We saw a lot of good things, and like I said, towards the beginning, we made some costly mistakes, and we kind of got down in a hole. But kids never stopped fighting, and and we were able to come back to some of the things that we made mistakes on, and able to fix it in the game, and keep fighting for 4 quarters. And that was one thing that last year some games got away from us in the 4th quarter that we had. So seeing us compete even when we're down all the way through it's encouraging. And so we know as we get into the stretch and into the region play, it's going to take all 4 quarters of execution and playing football and just not giving up and not laying down at any point.
Gotcha. Good. So your first region game is coming up this Friday against Carver, Birmingham. It's interesting, Coach. The first 2 weeks of the season, they have byes. So this is their first game. You have no tape to go by for this team. How do you prepare in such a situation as this?
We'll go back and watch last year's film and
Okay.
see what they tried to do to us and see what we did and what didn't work. And
Right.
just kind of have a base understanding that this week there's a lot of us working on us and working on
Right.
John Carroll. And so that's what we've kind of deduced from these last 2 weeks as well is a lot of this execution has been on us. It's not that we've
Right.
been just absolutely the scheme's working, it's there. We need to just execute it, and
Right.
that's we've got to do our job.
Okay, all right. One thing I'm sure that does help you a little bit is that Coach Rod Carson over there at Carver has been there. This is his 5th season.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen him several times now. So what are his trends, tendencies? What's his style of play?
Explosive plays, and
Okay.
and at any given point, they've got a guy that can go change the scoreboard.
Oh, wow.
And so we always have to be ready for that. And
Right.
they may run it a few plays in a row, and even if we stick them, then they're not afraid to take some shots. So
Okay.
we've got to be ready to defend the long ball, and they like using their speed and getting out on speed sweeps. And,
Right.
Defensively, they always do some good stuff, and they've got size and speed up there as well. So that's typically what we see out of a Carver team, and they're every year they've improved more.
They're
and more
true
and
to
more.
that,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the explosive plays are, they're going to take the shots.
Yeah. Okay. Good deal. So 2 weeks from now, a week from Friday, the 12th, you play at Hayden, another region game. So tell us what you expect to see from the Wildcats.
Well, they've got a new coach this year.
Yes,
so,
they do.
Haven't seen any film on them. I know they play solid football. They're going to come down and hit you.
Right.
It's hard-nosed football, and I expect them to improve weekly with the new coach that they've got.
Sure.
And I'm excited to see some film on them, but we haven't seen anything yet,
Yes.
and that's what we'll start hammering down on that next week when we get to it. But that's hard-nosed football is the way they play it.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Tell us a little bit separate question here. What does a typical game day look like for you and the team?
Yeah, so we bring them in the mornings. We typically eat a breakfast, and then they go to class. And then after school's over, we go to the chapel or a pep rally, whatever it is
Right.
for that day. We'll go to the chapel and let them have some time as a team, and
Yep.
kind of let them get in the right headspace, and then we'll eat team meal, and then it's kind of go time from there. If it's a home game, we'll come down here and let them get taped up, relax, and then take the field. If it's an away game, we'll hop on a bus. We've got
Right.
a couple, I think 3 of our away games this year are about an hour away. So
Okay.
there won't be much downtime in between getting out of school, getting on the bus, and
Not a bunch.
getting on the road. Yep.
No.
So,
All right. Good deal. So, Coach, that's our show. We appreciate your time. And as always, we appreciate yours. Join us in a couple of weeks for another John Carroll version of Coach Speak.